Okay, if you have understood the mitosis part taught in your previous video, you should understand the meiosis part also. What actually happens is, suppose this is chromosome number 1, this is 2, they are homolog, and suppose this is chromosome number 3 and chromosome number 4, they are homologs. Now what will happen actually, at first DNA replication will happen. DNA replication will happen, and the chromosomes will be creating their sister chromatids in this way. The chromosomes will be creating their sister chromatid in this way. Now when the chromosomes will create the sister chromatid in this way, what will happen is, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Now what happened in mitosis? In mitosis, you have just, with the spindle fiber, put them apart and put the counterparts in two cells. But in meiosis, what will happen is there will be crossing over and lot of things which we will not discuss here. But what will happen is, from this cell, this is a diploid cell. Again, this remains a diploid cell, but with two sister chromatids. Now what will happen? Now they will get separated like this. They will get separated. But you see, when they get separated, let's imagine that they got separated. Fine. Now what you have to imagine here is, from this two cells will come. You will tell it is mitosis, but no, from those two cells more two cells will come, so that means total 4 cells will come. Now these cells will be haploid, N and N. Now you will question me, how sir, how it will be N and N? Now I'll tell you, just forget the middle step. It is the details is in my meiosis in class 11. I am not going into that much, but what for genetics you need to understand is that, as because it is haploid, in haploid what happens? In haploid, one pair of homologous chromosome comes. One pair of homologous chromosome comes. So one pair of homologous chromosome comes means, from this 1 and 1, 1 will come here. From now 1 and 2 were homologous pairs, 1 and 2 were homologous pairs, so 2 will not come. So from 1, 3 will come here. Okay, so from now done. Now this 1 will again come here. Okay, and from here 1, 3 will come. So from 2 will come here, and 1, 2 will come here. 4 will come here, and 1, 4 will come here. So what actually happening is, as because 1 and 2 were homologous, 3 and 4 were homologous, so the non-homologous pair 1 and 3, 1 and 3, and 2 and 4, 2 and 4 has come. But this, what I have done, is actually essentially wrong, because it may be so that 1 and 4 might come, 2 and 3 might come. That may happen. Okay, so I will show you the correct one. I have janpuchke showed you here wrong to just to give you an idea. Now if I correct it, actually what will happen is, if 1 is coming from the first homologous pair, this is the first homologous pair, 1 sister chromatid ka chromosome, 1 if comes, okay, with that 3 may also come, 4 may also come. You don't know. So let us consider that at first 3 came. So once 1 and 3 came, this chromosome and this chromosome are striked out, they came here, because they already came here, right? In the second one, suppose 1 came and 4 came. So this chromosome and this chromosome striked out. 1 and 4 came. Now in this one, if 2 and this 3 comes, 2 and 3, so it will be 3 actually. So this chromosome used up, 2 and 4 may come, which is 2 and 4. So what are, there may be random pairing. You will understand this concept more easy with my another video, another part of the video. I will number it in a different way so that it becomes more clear to you. Suppose this is the cell carrying the chromosomes. Suppose this is the one chromosome, it is its homologous chromosome. Okay, and let this be the another chromosome, and let this be its homologous chromosome. Let its name be 1 and 1 dash, and let its name be 2 and 2 dash. Why I named like this? Because they contain the same genes, right? Here if there is gene of tallness, here also the gene of tallness will be there. Here if it is gene of white eye, here also gene of color of eye, here also gene of color of eye will be there. Here gene of height is there. But we will go into discussions later, those discussions later on. Now what will happen, as I said, I am again explaining it just for your clarity of vision, you know. So again you draw. Now what actually will happen is, so what actually will happen is, this 1 will create sister chromatids, 1 dash will also create sister chromatids. So this is 1 and 1 dash now, and 2 will also create sister chromatid, because DNA replication will occur. Whether it is mitosis or meiosis doesn't matter. So this is second number chromosome, and this is 2 dash. Now what will happen is that from here, if I create 2 cells, okay, if it is mitosis, again telling, then 1 will come and 1 dash will come here. I mean, what is actually the situation? Let's check the situation. Situation is like this. You will have 1, you will have 1 1 1 1 1 dash 1 dash, you will have 2 2 2 2 separated by spindle fiber, and 2 dash separated by spindle fiber. Now when you have this separated, now if it was mitosis, 1 would have come here, 1 dash would have come here, 1 would have gone there, 1 dash would have gone there, 2 would have come here, 2 would have come here, 2 dash would have come here, 2 dash would have come here. So that would be the situation in case of mitosis, and exactly this cell would be repeated, or exactly this cell would be repeated, if you can imagine it. Okay, but let us skip, and we know that there will be creation of 4 cells or 4 gametes. Okay, now in these 4 gametes there will be random pairing due to the meiosis only, due to the principle of meiosis only. The details the details of which I am not going into right now. But what will happen is, from these 2 cells, 2 more cells will come, and there will be random pairing. If 1 comes, wait, just hold on. Okay, if 1 comes, suppose 1 is coming, 1, okay, then this first chromosome is not more, it is taken up by 1 gamete. Okay, then what will happen is, with this 1, its homolog will not come, because 1 and 1 dash are all same things. Chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 1 dash are homologous chromosome. So homologous chromosomes will not come, because from 2n it will become haploid. Nn means from 4 chromosomes, 2 chromosome and 2 chromosomes should come. So which should be the 2 chromosomes, that you have to understand. which should be the two chromosomes. If one comes, one has come, fine. With it, from the another homologous pair, from one homologous pair, the other homologous pair, with the sister chromatid just. So from one homologous pair, if one comes, the उसका होमोलोगस का तो वो आएगा ही नहीं. जो मेयोसिस, अगर माइटोसिस होता, अगर वन आता, तो अगर वन आता, वन के साथ वन डैश भी आता, ताकि वन और वन डैश पास रहे. अगर टू आता तो टू के साथ टू डैश भी आता, ताकि टू और टू डैश पास रहे, और वही चीज़ रिपीट होकर यही सेल होता. वो माइटोसिस में होता. लेकिन अगर यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, 4 सेल्स पैदा हो रहा है, तो वन आ रहा है, वन तो आएगा ही आएगा, वन के साथ दूसरा होमोलोगस पेयर आएगा. मतलब दूसरा होमोलोगस का कोई भी आ सकता है, टू भी आ सकता है, टू डैश भी आ सकता है. तो इसका मतलब टू अगर है तो टू आएगा. चलो टू आया, ख़त्म. दो अलग अलग नॉन होमोलोगस पेयर, तो ये टू वाला क्रोमोसोम ख़त्म. अब अगर और एक में वन आया, ठीक है, तो ऑलरेडी तो वन, और तुम बोलोगे कि सर ये वन और ये टू अगर आ गया, ऑलरेडी ये वन और टू आ गया, तो क्या होगा. अभी ये वन और टू डैश को लेते हैं, ये वन के साथ ये वन क्रॉस कर दो, तो ये टू डैश, तो इसके साथ टू डैश आ जाएगा, मतलब उसका दूसरा पेयर. और अगर ये वन डैश आया, अगर ये वन डैश इधर आया, तो ये ख़त्म. तो सोचो इसके साथ टू आ रहा है, तो सोचो इसके साथ टू आ रहा है. ओके. और अगर वन आएगा, वन डैश फिर से आएगा, ठीक है, वन डैश फिर से आया, तो इसके साथ बाकी कौन है, टू डैश, ये आएगा. तो ये जनरली मेयोसिस में ऐसा कुछ इमेजिन कर सकते हो आप. मैं नहीं बता रहा हूँ कि एग्जैक्टली ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, लेकिन आप ये इमेजिन कर सकते हो. अगर आप ये इमेजिन कर सकते हो, तो आपको एक नया चीज़ इमेजिन करा रहा हूँ. पहले ये वीडियो देख लो, ठीक है. ये होता है, तो एक्चुअली क्या हो रहा है, वन और टू का कॉम्बिनेशन हो सकता है. मतलब हैप्लॉइड आएगा ना, टू क्रोमोसोम्स आएगा चार में से, और वो भी पेयर में नहीं रहेगा. तो वन और टू आ सकता है, वन और टू डैश आ सकता है, वन डैश और टू आ सकता है, या फिर वन डैश और टू डैश आ सकता है. ठीक है. और एक चीज़ बताता हूँ, रुको, ये देख लो पहले. और अब अगर मैं यहाँ पे सोचूं कि मैं एक दूसरे कलर का पेन यूज़ करना चाह रहा हूँ. आई होप ग्रीन विल बी विजिबल. ओके. सोचो ये बड़ा आर और छोटा आर है. इसके बारे में क्लास 10 से आप लोग जानते हो. और ये है बड़ा एम, छोटा एम, कोई भी कैरेक्टर सोचो, ठीक है. अब क्या होगा, तो ये बड़ा आर वन में है, तो यहाँ पे बड़ा आर आएगा. तो अभी क्या होगा, ये बड़ा आर वन में है, तो यहाँ पे बड़ा आर आएगा, और ये इसके साथ कौन आएगा, टू में कौन है, एम है, तो एम आएगा. अब सॉरी, वन में फिर से क्या है, बड़ा आर है, तो बड़ा आर आया. अब बड़ा आर के साथ कौन आ रहा है, छोटा एम, छोटा एम आ रहा है. तो आर और एम का एक कॉम्बिनेशन बना, और आर और छोटा एम का एक कॉम्बिनेशन बना कि नहीं बना. तो उसके साथ छोटा आर यहाँ पे है, तो यहाँ पे छोटा आर आएगा, और टू के साथ एम है, तो यहाँ पे छोटा बड़ा एम आएगा. और यहाँ पे क्या होगा, वन डैश में आर है, और टू डैश में एम है, तो यहाँ पे एम आएगा. राइट. तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया आपका आर एम, और ये कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया आपका आर एम. तो एक्चुअली क्या हो रहा है, आर आर एम एम अगर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है, तो उसके गैमेट में आर एम भी आ सकता है, उसके गैमेट में आर एम भी आ सकता है, उसके गैमेट में सॉरी छोटा आर एम भी आ सकता है या आर एम भी आ सकता है। यही तो सीखे हो ना स्कूल में। तो ये इस वजह से होता है। बताओ मज़ा आया कि नहीं, समझ में आया है कि नहीं? बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियो है। तो इस वजह से ये होता है कि इसी को हम लोग बोलते हैं इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट। वो तो मैं बाद में बताऊंगा, क्लास 10 में सीखे ही होगे। तो ये चीज़ होता है बेसिकली, ठीक है। What actually happens is, if this is the cell has a special organelle which comes out from the Golgi apparatus. If this is the nucleus, there is endoplasmic reticulum bound to it. From the endoplasmic reticulum, there is Golgi, from the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus. Suppose this is the Golgi apparatus. From the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus, all the proteins are synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum and are transported to Golgi apparatus through the cis phase. It enters, and from the trans phase it comes out. Okay, the vesicles comes out, and some of these vesicles are actually lysosomes. So lysosomes are actually produced from Golgi apparatus only. Okay, so lysosomes are actually, please make this point also, lysosomes are actually produced from Golgi apparatus or Golgi body only. Now what happens is that this lysosome has lot of digestive enzymes inside. Now what happens, they slowly release the digestive enzyme, and what they do is, suppose a particular molecule is there which is not to be used by the cell anymore, but in these molecules lot of raw material, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, all these things are there. So they break them down. So because all are hydrolytic enzymes present in the lysosome are all hydrolytic enzymes. So break them down. Okay, they break them down and release this, so that they can be release this inside the cell only. Actually this is happening inside the cell only, and release this carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and so that they can be reused. So that is the primary function. Now what actually happens is that there is a cell known as macrophage. I am telling you another story or another example. What macrophages do is, they engulf the pathogen. Suppose this is the pathogen, a bacteria or a virus that has entered. They engulf the pathogen and create a phagosome. This is a phagosome. Okay, a better diagram is there with you. This is a phagosome. Now when you see the phagosome, this phagosome contains the virus or the bacteria. Now what happens is, they go and attach with the lysosome present, so that lysosome can release the digestive enzymes and can break down this pathogen into multiple antigens, small particles known as antigens. So that is how this is one part of immune response in our body. Please remember this. Okay, this is how virus is also killed.